What's going on, Georgia Hillbilly? Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. Hi Lisa, how you doing? Hopefully everybody's having a good start to your weekend. Buffalo are sure happy. Thank you, Lisa. Morning, David. Good, good. Everything is going good. Getting quite a bit of rain lately, making the fields green up really nice. How you doing, Katie? These guys are in the top field now, and they have more grass than they know what to do with. David, one question. Do you pasture rotation? How many bison do you put on? How many for how long? It really depends. It's hard to kind of answer on that, just because depending upon the and what kind of growing season and what type of grasses. Like if you're all the way from down in like Mississippi area, it can change completely all the way to, you know, up near Canada. As far as where we're southeast Kansas, it is somewhere around I think they say 5.5 years per animal if you don't rotate, and thumb is the smaller it is, you do, the more animals you can get per acre. So I think rotational grazing is considered all the way down to like 1 week. I don't know that they go any farther than that. I think any farther than that they get into like intensive grazing. That's what they call that. You know, or even more, twice an acre per acre, or even so. It's a difficult question to answer, unfortunately, just because it changes so widely. Lisa, will the bison lose their winter coats and totally slick out? They will lose their winter coats. They don't, my bison have never really slicked out. Their back end sometimes does, especially where like the tail wags and it tends to rub the butt pretty dry. But other than that, they've always had at least some sort of hair to them. One thing that's interesting about them is if you can notice, like my bull right here on the right, you know, he's completely lost his last coat. This is his coat for when you have the cow. She's still hers. A little times of the year. And but so if a health issue with these guys, it's just the way they are, and if they scratch more, just a lot of different variables. Can I do a video on the types of grasses, feeds that bison, native ones or newer ones? Yeah, that would be, and I appreciate that. Simple, honestly, because these guys native here, so grasses to here are really what they thrive on. Sorry if the video is a little choppy, guys. We're a little windy out here today, and kind of causing my cell phone reception to be a little choppy today. How many will I get? Herd, our last herd we had around 15 animals, depending upon the time of the year. And this is just the start. We have 6 animals here. My somewhere in the nature of 300 to 500 animals. So this is literally just the very beginning. You guys are watching from the birth of the new herd. So this will be the original herd. We will plan on buying animals somewhere around every 6 months or so and growing the herd. How you doing, Deborah? How you doing, Julie? Glad you joined us. No, I don't have any baby bison expected right now. So these, all these guys are just turning 1 year old. So coyote right there, he literally 1 year. So it will be next year before these guys breed, and then the following spring, if they take, we'll see little bison calves out of these guys. Now I will be buying animals this fall and then next spring also. So we will have additions to the farm regularly, just not any calves out of these guys within the next, I guess, year and a half. Mandy, how you doing? Are there any plants in the pasture that are bad for bison? No, they're really not. There are some things that can be a little, you know, bad for the gut and stuff. I think there's some, like, I want to say some oak trees and stuff that are, but we don't have really anything around here. These guys can eat poison ivy, poison oak. Doesn't really bother them. There's really not a whole lot. They really, it's good for them, and sense. There's really nothing I really have to worry about with that. It's nice. David? Awesome. Awesome, you're in Cheyenne already. Becky? Hope you guys enjoy doing these, seeing these live feeds from these animals. They're a little difficult to set up just because of cell phone reception and everything, getting them set up, but hopefully you guys, I like making them for you. Noah, could we hire you to go to the bison sales with us? So we buy the right. Yeah, that's actually something I have considered, is doing consulting ranches. So yes, that is definitely a possibility. Appreciate that. Angela, what issue if we were to eat acorns? I don't think so. Honestly, I don't know the answer on that. Just because, like I said, I think there's some trees that can bother them, but I think they tend to stay away from what bothers them. So I'm not sure on the acorns thing. I don't think so, because I know deer love them and they go crazy about them. So I don't think there will be an issue, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that a little bit. Mandy, do you provide a place for them to scratch on, like to help remove shedding coat? Basically, nature is their scratching ground. So we have a lot of Osage orange, I was trying to think of the name of it, Osage orange in our field, and then some locust trees that have thorns on them and stuff, and they love scratching on those. So those trees are covered with bison hair. They know where to find good scratching posts. Have growing rolling in those. It's really funny, and they're all full of bison hair. These out on the plains, you know, with, you know, not in sight. So things they do is they wallow. They'll make a wallow on the ground, and they'll roll around and they'll pull that hair off and scratch themselves away too. Barry, to join us. Point allow me to my Barry really allow me to eat hand, the one left right there, and kind of touch those things. They don't do much more than that. Rare, like, spending a lot of time with an individual animal to do touch base. Sometimes there's that rare animal though that's just really friendly. Yes, they are very low maintenance. They say that bison are somewhere around 80% hands off. Set minerals up for them, make sure they got good grass and good feed and good fence, and you really only have to work them once to twice a year. So they are amazing animals to raise. by far the easiest thing I have on my farm right now. Yeah, sorry Jackie, having a little some cell phone problem today. Angela, female polished. Along those same lines. How you doing, Rodney? Glad you're able to join us. Got some regular troughs set up out here, and then the pond, low pond. It's the water now, but yes, tractor tire probably one. Andy, tornado do they during weather? I don't know if they spook during bad weather, honestly, because every time it's been really bad, I've been in a shelter myself and haven't really seen them out in the field. That's one thing I would like to see if I could try to get some footage of them out in bad weather. I don't think they would at all. No, there's not really too many weather concerns. Obviously, like that, you know, small size hail, dimes like that, but they're not gonna, doesn't really. These set up shelter for like you would cows. They just don't like shelter. They like the elements, and that's where they're gonna stay. Uh-oh, hit her on the head. Doris, which one is Red Feather? I think you might be referring to Red Prairie, and she's the one on the left. Had lost, and I fed it out of my hand. It is a little moving in, and I apologize for a little choppy and things today, unfortunately. Faith, yes, it is a beautiful day today. I was breaking up about the tornadoes. Could you repeat that part? Do they happen where you are? Yes, we get tornadoes where we are, but they are a rarity. And I mean, we've got buildings that are 150 years old out here still standing, so those tornadoes come through at random. So I wouldn't be concerned with tornadoes with these guys. I think they would get out of the way of it. You're welcome, Andy. I like being able to share about them, so I'm glad you guys enjoy it. Yes, Doris, Tornado Alley. We are definitely in Tornado Alley. So we're on the closer to the southern part of Kansas. Pretty skies. Info about your human. Yeah, so I've got kids. Bro, what other animals do I have? Right now, basically just chickens, dog, cats, just kind of the usual. I've had just about everything before though. I've had pigs, horses, cows. These guys. Dora, moving to Missouri. Cool, awesome. Missouri is my home state. I love it. Rodney, will they shed their coat soon? Yeah, so most of them actually already have. What you're seeing is actually this coming winter's coat. So you can see strong wind right there in the middle, right next to Coyote, and she just has, you know, maybe a quarter of it left. That coat there is just what she will be wearing in winter. Bison be great for animals. Yes, they can. You can run them with cattle. I wouldn't run them with horses though. I've done that before and I wouldn't recommend that. Is that the new original field? So they opened up for them. Water down in the original. St. Louis, Missouri from Louisiana. Very cool. Far away. Cindy, horses. So I had a horse with my herd 15, and I liked sound, would add, get them spooked. If it was just the horse that I had, but actually be pretty, they ready to jump and fence if they want away from him, because he just me. He was a cattle horse. He liked to move animals and whatever he. What is the concern with horses being gored? Not as gored as the horse rolling up themselves. That would having gore. Actually, more safe out with guys in the field. Horse, you are UTV or ATV.